Hello to everyone watching. In this video, I'm sharing some kitchen DIY organization tips and hacks, how I got my kitchen a little more organized, very budget friendly. I only went out and bought one thing that I'll share with you guys, but I really wanted to make my kitchen more functional and more accessible. Sometimes things get kind of like all over the place. Just setting up some organization systems in the kitchen to make things flow a little bit better, make things a little more functional, like when we're cooking, especially since she's learning how to cook. What's up, YouTube fam? Today's video is actually a collaboration, Create with Kim. We're both moms, home DIY type, channels. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. For today's collaboration, Kim and I are both sharing our kitchen organization DIYs with you guys. I will link her video above and in the description, so make sure you check it out. Let's get into the first project. So first project, I don't have a whole lot of counter space, so what I do is have these 3 jars, came from the Dollar Tree, so $1 each, and I put my top 3 ingredients that I use on the regular, so sugar, flour, and marshmallows. The marshmallows are really just for snacking. So I just got these 3 containers, put them here, and they're white, so it goes with the aesthetic of the kitchen. And today I'm customizing the containers so any and everybody can know what's in it. It's also cute. I'm sure you guys have seen, this style. If you're any type of home decor fan, you've seen the branded containers. So I have a Cricut machine and I made these myself. So if you're interested in like a Cricut video, how to, let me know in the comments. But this was super easy. You can also just buy labels or get them made somewhere else. So this one is for marshmallows. It's super easy to do this at home if you have a Cricut. And they have Cricuts in different price ranges too. So I just found this so pleasing. I always wanted to do this, but haven't had a chance to get around to doing it. But it just makes it's so organized because you know what's what. You can see when something's getting low. It's right there on the counter. And then it's just so aesthetically pleasing. It looks so cute, so photographable. I love it. That's just me. But this is the marshmallows. And then obviously because it's so affordable, and I already bought this prior to the video. I had already bought the containers. I just wanted to show you guys this organization system, and I wanted to label them today. So the process is super easy, but just want you guys to watch this, and maybe you can implement it. I think it's good for like my daughter sometimes because like the sugar and flour, depending on which sugar is in there, may look alike. So she's always like, what is this, or is it salt? So since it's labeled, it's easy for the kids. It's easy for like guests if you have guests cooking in your kitchen, and just for yourself sometimes too. And like I said, it's for the aesthetics for me too. But yes, first organization system is just kind of organizing your ingredients that you use regularly every day. And I like to have it right here on the counter because this is where I'm cooking at. I don't have to like go into a cabinet or anything. It's just right there for me. And like I said, you can see when it's getting low, when something's getting low, and you can replenish it. Next kitchen organization project is my utensil drawer. So where like the forks, knives, all that goes. I went from this right here, just clutter, mess, like can't even find a fork or a spoon when you need it, to this right here. Nice, sleek, DIY style. You can kind of already tell what tools I use, but this is what we're going for. And I'm actually going to take these measuring cups out and show you later in the video what I'm going to do with those. So for this DIY organizer, I didn't want to pay for anything. I want to spend as little money this year as possible. So supplies I had at home already: knife, utility knife, scissors, pencil, ruler. So clean out the drawer is what I did first. And then I took the ruler. I also used a hot glue gun. So if you're a DIYer, you should have that. Otherwise, hot glue guns and glue sticks are super cheap. So I pretty much measured out the drawer, tried to figure out what design I wanted for the organizer, and I ended with this. I put down pencil marks where I wanted there to be a divider in the drawer, and then I used a piece of masking tape to use as a guide for the measurement of how long that piece of cardboard would be. So cardboard was something else you saw in the supplies. and that's what we're using as the actual organizer system, with the frame for the organizer. And I really just used a insert from a box. So if you order things online, they come in boxes. You'll have plenty of cardboard, I'm sure, especially if you recycle or you hold on to things. So I just kind of found, I measured out what sizes these 3 sections towards the handle of the drawer. Those will be for the fork, spoon, and knife. And then the other side will be to separate like longer, like spoons or things that are pretty much longer. And then the other space will just be used to kind of put other things in, like larger things that will still be organized, but just separate from the main things that I use every day and need is the forks, spoons, and knives. So I pretty much just came up with the design, pencil marked it down, put down the tape, and then I used the tape to cut out the cardboard. I initially tried to make the cardboard piece a little longer than I needed so that I can put a slit in them and then like kind of crisscross them to stick the organizer together. If you look up articles on how to make your own organizer, you'll see something like that. But I just switched over to making each piece of cardboard the exact size and just hot gluing everything together, because I found that the cardboard was, especially since it's older cardboard, it was like flimsy, or when I tried to cut the slit in it, it was just, this is what I was trying to do here. I was trying to have a crossover so I could have a slit, and then that's how the organizer would stay together. Like this. You guys will see me trying this out. So it may work for you if you have more sturdy cardboard, or if you cut maybe more. My extra amount of cardboard wasn't that much. So maybe if you cut a little bit more, that may work for you. But honest review, honest opinion here, hot glue was just the best option. It was easy, simple, and it was just less hassle. This is me, trial and error, y'all. It's what it is. Like, it's real life. I try to keep, my losses in the videos a lot of times so you guys can see what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and why. And hopefully that will help you guys, because that's kind of what I do on my channel. I share like DIY projects and just different tips and hacks for home living, lifestyle stuff to help everybody else. And then I like to get you guys' feedback to help me too. So if you feel like I could have done this differently, or other tips for organizers that you can create yourself at home, definitely like leave a comment and let me know. I'll try it. But I'm telling y'all, the hot glue gun worked wonders. Now I did not, I kept it as the cardboard. You can cover this. I've seen people cover the cardboard or whatever material they're using to like look prettier. But because the base of my kitchen is black, white, and like wooden, I felt like the color of the cardboard was neutral. It worked. It pretty much blends in with the color of the drawer, and it's inside of the drawer. You know what I mean? If it was something that was visible outside of a drawer on the counter, maybe I would have covered it. But because it's just something that's inside of the drawer, I think the look of the cardboard is fine. I just flung that off at that point. I was just like, yeah, this is not gonna work. So it took me a little while just to make sure that the sizes of the cardboard worked snug a little bit. I did end up putting a little bit of hot glue on certain edges to make it actually stick to the drawer, and it's not going to damage the drawer at all. You can always just, like, if you guys use hot glue gun, that you can just like, peel it off and it really won't damage your drawer. I would say this was definitely a fun little project. It was therapeutic. It was just like, do I want to spend some money on Amazon? And then I feel like Amazon is getting expensive right now because it says free Prime, but then you have to pay like, the taxes and the things that are added on at the end. So I'm just like, do I want to just order an organizer from Amazon? I mean, I could have went to a dollar store too, but I'm like, or do I want to just use my resources at home? And that's what I'm aiming towards this year, a little bit more, is being cost efficient. And you guys may see way more affordable, I'm talking about super affordable DIYs on my channel, because I'm trying to save money. So this is the final look. I did go in and add a few extra pieces of cardboard to like close any gaps, like you see off to the right there, just hot glued an extra piece of cardboard to like make it close. But this was the final look. I love the matte black utensils, and then my wooden and clear spoons off to the right. But it's an aesthetic, and I'm slowly, like, you know, you guys know I painted the kitchen. I put my black light fixture in there. Definitely check out all of my previous home videos on my home playlist, my home DIY playlist if you haven't. But just one project at a time, making this work. This is the second project I want to show you guys. It's me figuring out storage for my pots. Really, I got these cute blue pots from my sister for Christmas. She knows I'm into the home decor, kitchen stuff. You can tell they've been used already. But I wanted to find a space. I don't have a pantry. I don't have a lot of drawer space. So I decided to find, and I don't have a lot of wall space because there's a lot of windows. So I found this wall above my windows, and I'm like, I'm tall enough to reach the pots, and it's like an art statement. It's a piece of art. So I got these little stick things from Amazon. I'm going to show you guys an up close of these things in my last project in this video. But they're super easy, super affordable to use. And I just thought this was so simple, easy DIY organization. But you know, it was just, I had to get creative because I don't have space for my pots and pans. So I was like, you know, let me get these. The only thing you have to do for this is just kind of measure out how many pans you're going to put. And to make it look cute or aesthetically pleasing, I just made sure I put the exact space in between each pan and just try to center it on the wall. But this is the final outcome. These little sticky things were so easy to use, but I will say once it's stuck on, it's pretty much stuck on. So you got to be precise with where you're placing it. You have like 2 seconds to move it and take it off if you want to use it, but once it's there for a few minutes, it's no removing it. So we'll handle that later. Next thing I wanted to show y'all is this knife set I got for Christmas also. So cute, and the colors kind of tie into like the pots and my measuring cups. So I'm trying to figure out a place to store this. I don't have a rack for these, so what I decided to do was just find a way to display them on the counter where people can see them. So my little wooden spoon container right here, I just decided to put them in here in the meantime where I can still see them. I can see every color. I know every color is for a specific type of cutting, and it kind of blends in with my, you know, it goes with the aesthetic. It's like my kitchen is black, white, and nickel and wooden, but then I have pops of color throughout. So the knives kind of match, you know, the other little pops of color, even down to my Dawn dish soap. So I think that's super cute. So I just wanted to share that. Just like if you have to display something on the counter, just try to make it visually appealing. It's just a mental thing. So powerful hook, these are the things I got from Amazon. I actually got 2 packs. Each pack came with 8 in them. They were super, I was debating on this and the little combat strips, but this, I'm glad I got this. It worked out. It was very, very cheap. I'll link it in the description. It holds 13 pounds. They say it's reusable. We'll see about that. But for this right here, I wanted to hang my measuring cups because they're a blue, kind of fits with the pan, and I wanted to kind of mimic the pots and pans, and I wanted to kind of mimic that with this on my backsplash. And while I'm doing this, if you look close up, you'll see this is my peel and stick backsplash. I have videos on it. It's been holding up great. Like I did this when I first bought the house like over 2 years ago, and it still looks amazing. So I wanted to kind of point that out. I'll link that video where you can see you know, more close up of that and how my walls looked before. There was no backsplash. So this was just a super cute little touch, and really just, you know, it's easy to access. You know, when I'm cooking, I'm right here by the counter. My ingredients are right here. My measuring cup is right here. You just pull it up, pull it off, you know, put it back, you know, clean it, put it back. So I thought this was a super unique way to just try to figure out how to maximize my space. And this is just a little clip of everything. Hope you guys found this useful. I hope you found it interesting. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my next video.